13th of July, Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
Nusach. No, we say that in the middle of Pesukei de Zimra, right?
Yeah, that's the Mizrash Hanukkah's a Mizbeach.
No.
Which
Well,
one
yeah,
is-
okay, so Mizrah Shir on Shabbos, that we say that on Shabbos, right? That we don't say that on Shabbos, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Im chal yortzeit shelo b'yom vav. If the yortzeit appears, happens on Friday, bavadai ein lo chelik behem. He doesn't have a chelik in any of those Kaddishes, because Kaddishes are on Shabbos.
Right.
I don't know what he's trying to say.
Yeah, what's it on Yom Vav? Yom Vav is on Erev Shabbos.
He's not chayav that day. It's not his yortzeit.
Right. In Yotzel Chal. Right. So Yom Shel Shabbos, right? Kaddish Shel Mizmor Shel Yom Shabbos. Im called the Yom Shabbos. Ein Kelipem. Okay, good. This would be some Havamini would have a chelik in the Shel Yom Shabbos.
Okay. I'm looking at the notes in the Dirshu, and it says on this one case, Avar Kasav Haprima Gadim Aleph Sifkat and Bays
That's in the Eshla Avraham.
H Avraham. Okay, right. Okay. Mizmor Shir Shayach Liyom Shabbos. That's a Shabbos.
Okay.
So what?
But-
I don't. What's he talking? Why are we saying Mizmor Shir Liyom Shabbos on Friday?
I don't
We
know.
don't say it. We don't say it on Friday.
No.
Okay, so I don't understand. Don't understand the. I don't understand the.
The Yortzeit
point
on
of your
Friday. I don't know, the Yortzeit's on Friday. So he's saying Kaddish Shel Mizmor Shel Yom Shabbos Im Chal Yortzeit Shel B'Yom Vav Vadai Ein Chelik Behem.
Well, why does he say music? But music. Why would you say you don't say Mizmor Shir Liyom Shabbos on Friday?
I don't think so. I think maybe you would think there's some connection between Erev Shabbos and the Shabbos. I'm not sure. That's not.
Okay.
Not sure what, I'm not
Okay.
sure what it means. If I have a chance,
Okay.
I'll try and ask.
Okay. So Im Chal HaYortzeit b'Shabbos. The Yortzeit happens on Shabbos. Mashma B'Eli Rabbah. It's clear. It's implied from the Eli Rabbah the Shayach HaYortzeit. The Yortzeit to say the Kaddish there. Ach ata Nishtarbev Haminag Sheni Yortzeit Rak Kaddish Shel Aleinu. Even even if you have even if the Yortzeit only gets the Kaddish after Aleinu normally.
Right.
Okay. Uknesses Yecheskel, and in the Knesset Yecheskel, that was the Prima Gadim. In the Knesset Yecheskel, Masha is implied, She Yatlu Gorel Ha'avelim V'Ha'Yartzeit. You have a Gorel for the Avelim and the Yartzeit. I guess who says which Kadeshim? V'Kain B'Kadesh Omrim Achar Chamesh Megillos, or B'Kadesh D'Rabbanan She'omrim Achar B'Mem Madlikin. These are also all part of the Gorel. I guess that there's a goal for these Kaddishes about who's going to say them.
Right.
Okay. Again, this is where each Kaddish is said separately. Im yesh shnei avelim shavim. If there are two avelim who have equal chiyuvim, Berura shel Shiva or shel Shloshim or Yud Beis Chodesh or shel Yortzeit. They're both said the same day. Yatlu Gorel B'nei. You make a go between them to who's going to say which Kaddish is. Umi Sha'ala Hagorel Olav Lomer are one. Shakris Gorel. He says one Kaddish is Shakris without a Gorel. Val Kaddish Hashlishi Yatlenu Gorel. And on the third Kaddish for Mincha, you have a Gorel again.
I mean, so it could be the person could lose out on all of them if he doesn't have a good doesn't roll the dice well, right?
Well, it doesn't get no. If there's two people, it says they do a Gorel. The winner gets Mariv, the loser gets Shachris,
Right.
and then they have a Gorel again for Mincha.
Gonna go over right because
Okay.
you have to. The only three treeless, right?
Okay. V'chein im yesh harbe, if you have many people who are equal, gam kein yatlu goro, we make a goro for all of them. Umesh yomer arvis, machmas a goro. Somebody says, you want to say that Marav because of the goro. Lo yunach the goro achi yomru hashar avelim. He doesn't go back into the goro until everybody else has said a kaddish. Call echad kaddish echad. Every one of the avelim has said a kaddish. Ukeshi yachzor chalila yatlu kulam gorel yachtov mechadash. And when everybody's done, you make another gorel again for everybody. V'kol Myri be'ein yacholin lehispayel lifnei Amud. This is all the case where he's not able to daven before the Amud. Well, im yocholin shneim hispalin lifnei Amud. If the two people are able to daven before the Amud, ushneim merutzim lahakel lahakal, and I guess the congregation accepts both of them.
Right.
Yatlenu b'neihem go b'ofen zeh. You make a go for this case. She'echad yispal ad ashrei. One says until ashrei uval etzion. V'hasheni yispal ashrei uval etzion. And then the second one starts at ashrei after Shmon Esrei.
Right.
V'im ha'echad eno yochol hispal el hasheni yochol hispal. If one can't daven for the Amud and the other one can, we call Malcolm lo hifsid zechuso kadeshim zeh sheispalel. The one who can daven doesn't lose out any on the kadeshim. Kivin she hasheni enu yochol, because he doesn't lose out anything because the second person isn't able to daven. The Cain im echad merutza lahakel v'sheno enu merutza. If one is approved by the congregation and one is not approved by the congregation, the one who's not approved is considered the one who can't daven. Is the one who can't daven. Shaim sheyesh lahem yartzeit. Two people have a yartzeit. Hold on. The echad rotza lahaskim l'derech l'machar, and one wants.
He's leaving. He's going out.
It has to travel the next day. The next day. For Amar Lo, it says the day of the Yortzeit.
He's traveling I think he's traveling the day of the Yortzeit.
Okay,
and he's going to be there for Myra.
Okay. Tainli. Ata Hakadisho Arves. Give me the Kaddish of Arvis, the Tul Ato Macha. You can take them all tomorrow. Vasheni Omer, Loki, if that's the case, Ella Nifalago will have a gorel. Hadin Ima Sheni, then the din is with the Sheni. Yachol Loma Ani Rotse Lahakim Atzmi Lemitzvah, because I want the mitzvah being able to daven and say Kaddish.
Right. So even though that there's going to be no contest for Shachris, because one of the two Yortzites are going to be leaving, the one who's staying can still say he wants a Garo for Myra because he can claim that he wants to be mocked in the mitzvah.
Okay. Let's see. Hold on. That's okay. Im yesh kama yartzeit hitlilu go. If there's many yartzeits, you have a goro. V'haya l'shnayim osos shavin gedolin b'minyan. Im hayish l'shnayim osios shavim begor. What I don't know what this is saying.
Let's see, what does it say? Im yesh Kami yahrzeit, you have many yahrzeits, but you hit girl, and you did a lottery. Finest time osios shavim. Gedolim kamin a girl, batul l'gamrei.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure. V'yito garel ma'ayil l'shnayim osios shavim. I'm not sure how they actually made the garel. I'm not sure how they did. What did they do?
I would assume they put numbers. What do they write? Something like numbers in, and you picked a number out, and that was your turn.
Right,
That would seem to make sense. Or even if they put
Right.
numbers in one box and names in another, and they took one from each, it's some sort of a matching scheme. I'm not quite sure what they're talking here.
neither am I. It says in the osios shavim gedolim kaminyan hagarel batul l'gamrei v'yito garel mechadash kol yotzei. Other in echad haya echad os gadol she'ololo the minyan hagarel va'acharav shnayim shavim ad rishon zocha va'achirim yitlu garel kulam.
It sounds like, it's almost sounding like you would, if you would pull a number out, okay, and you got a 3,
Right.
okay, and you would put it back, and the next person would come and take it out, and he might get the 3 again,
Right, something like.
which seems
sounds
like that doesn't seem the way the lottery would work. I mean, that's not the obvious way to do it, or the effective way to do
Right.
it.
Yeah, it's he's dealing with the way the Dora worked, and but for some reason there's some built-in fallacy to the Goro here. Okay, I'm not. Let's continue. I'm not sure if if I have a chance, maybe I can ask about this.
Okay, Amnam, therefore, im echad haya lo os gadol she'ola lo b'minyan hagol, one of them gets the highest number, the achar same shavim, the next two are equal, azai harishon zacha, the first one is zacha because he has the highest one, the acherim yatlu gro kulam, and then the others have their own gorel for the other Kaddish. Afzeh Shahayalo Os Pachos Mishnayim Elu. Even if one got a lower one than the two that were equal. Lo Zaka Rakarisho. And the only person who was Zocha was the one who had the highest number. I think that's what it's saying. It's confusing. I think that's what it's saying. If somebody has a yahrzeit and he's not able to say Kaddish, that he's traveling, or he didn't get a lottery for one of the Kaddishim, Kaddish b'tfilas arvis shel achar yom hayartzeit. He can say Kaddish and and Marav the day after the Kaddish, the day after the yahrzeit.
That's important. Meaning, sometimes a person might be traveling remotional.
Mm-hmm.
And he's traveling on the yahrzeit or something like that. So you see, you can say the Kaddish after the night after the yahrzeit.
Okay. Misha shachach yom misas aviv v'imo. Somebody forgot the day of Misa for his parents. Yivchar lo yom echad b'shana sheyomer bo Kaddish. Then he can pick a day during the year to say Kaddish for them. V'vach lo yasig zechus acherim b'kadeshim. On the condition that he doesn't push aside other people who really have that day as a yahrzeit.
Right. So you shouldn't pick a day when other people have a yahrzeit on that day.
Okay. Vuadin im safek lo im meis aviv and im meis aviv. And this is the case if there's a question whether or not his parents died or when they died.
Right.
What's the suffix? I don't know what the suffix is.
I think if, not when, but if.
So it's suffix if his parents died.
Right.
Yachal Lomer
The
Kaddish
father was sent to Siberia, right?
right.
No.
He doesn't know if it's
No,
okay.
They never found out what happened.
Okay. Yachal Lomer Kaddish Misafek im ino go goel acherim. He can say Kaddish Misafek if there's no goal for others. Misha who mispal bebeis hakneses over beis hamedrash tamid. One who normally davens in the base Knesset or base Medrash. I guess he's a Shliach Tzibur there, or just that's where he davens.
I think it sounds to me that's where he davens.
Okay.
That's where he davens. Right.
Makom Kavur. Okay, fine. Imba Lomer Kaddish bebeis hakneses acheres. If he wants to say Kaddish in another base Knesset, havelim shebisham yochel ledochaso. Then the people who normally daven in that second base of Knesset could push him aside. Imhu b'toch shiva, even if he's during the 7 days. The gara meoreach.
He's worse than an araya. We had the case where the araya can push off the
Right.
person. Right? So here in this
Right,
case,
but this person who had but this person who has another place to daven, he's worse than a rare. He ain't low makom lehispal v'zeh yesh lo makom lehaspel, because the Iraq doesn't have a place to daven, and this person does have a place to daven.
right, let him just go to his regular shul.
Right. Kishayesh bebeis knesses achim sheomrim kaddish echa achar avim or imam. If there are in the basic Knesset, there are brothers who are saying Kaddish for their parents. The Yesh Od Aval Echad Shehu Yachid La'aviv, and there is another Avel who is the only son of his father. Az Yachlu Kulam Begorel Yachad. They make one Gorel. Lo Hashkiven Otana Achim Kedei Ish Echad B'ish Echad, and you don't consider the brothers as separate, or you don't consider the brothers as one person.
Right, you don't consider the brothers as one, meaning you think maybe you take, let's say you have 3 brothers and one someone else.
Single.
You don't.
That's 4. The 4 in the lottery, not 2.
Right, right. You're 4 and not 2. Right.
Kikulam chayav and lomer kaddish b'shvil kivud aveim. Of course, they're all chayav to say kaddish in the honor of their parents. Kosav magan of Ram b'shem chuvas Ramah. The im ein lo ben. If the person does not have a ben, roy litain leben beno kaddish. Then the grandson can say kaddish. Ach shayar havelim yomu shnei kaddishim kaddishim v'hu yomer kaddish echad. But the other avelim say 2 kaddishes, and he says 1. V'hochim v'zeh achar haminhag, and in this case you go after the minhag. Ha'aval mispal ufnei ha'amud afilu b'yom she'ein omrim bahem tachnan. The aval davens before the amud even on days when you don't say tachnan. Okay, I know Rosh Chodesh we tend to not have the aval daven, though
Right.
that seems to a place that's very shul dependent. Every shul has a different minhag on that one. It's you never know what you're supposed to do. Aval biyamim she'ein omrim bahem lamnak seach, but on days you don't say lamnak seach v'elach and v'al kapayim ein ha'avel is pal lefi amud. Oh, so that would be the Rosh Chodesh one. You don't say lamnak seach. Umihu be'erev Yom Kippurim Nohagim she'avel mispal lifnei ha'amud. But there is a minhag on Erev Yom Kippur that from, I guess, is this Nila or Mincha? I'm sorry, Kol Nidre or Mincha?
Yeah, Erev Yom Kippur by Mincha. Erev
By
Yom Kippur.
Mincha, okay. Okay, that the Avel does daven. Kasav Magen Avraham, the Magen Avraham writes, Mutav Libno she Yiskor Echad Lomer Kaddish Bim Komo Mishiyomer Echad Bechinam. It's better for a son she Yiskor Echad
It's
she Yiskor.
let's see. 1 second. Erev Yom Kippur, I'm not going to Shabbos Mispal for him. Kasav Magen Avraham. Mutav Lebenoi. The Magen Avraham says it's mutav for the bone to hire somebody.
Okay. Let's go. Okay, to hire, fine. Echad Lomer Kaddish Bimkomo Umishar Echad Behim, and not to leave it unsaid. Okay. I am sure.
Because why? Because on these days he's not going to say the Kaddish. He's not going to daven. In which case are we referring to here? When should he hire somebody to say the Kaddish? I'm not sure what I get. When is he not able to say Kaddish? Even if he can't take the Amud, but he can still say Kaddish.
Or maybe he's traveling and won't have a minion. He wants to make sure it's covered.
I don't know. I'm talking in general.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. I'll look. I'll
Okay.
tell you. Maybe let's leave it here. It's
Okay.
10:30 now. Let's just mark it where we are so we don't lose track tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Thank you, Elijah Tree. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Roy.
Okay.
Lou,
Okay. Have a good day.
Thank you too. Be well. Hope to see you
Okay.
tomorrow.
Yep.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you all.
Okay, bye now.
Thank you, man.
You guys didn't say a word. I didn't know you were there.